Hello guys and welcome back to AWS Solution Architect Associate class, and in this video we are going to create an EC2 instance, and then we will look into how to assign or allocate an elastic IP address to your EC2 instance. So guys, if you have not subscribed this channel yet, please subscribe the channel and hit the like button. Thank you. And let's start with this lab. This is a complete lab class and there is no theoretical portions in this video. So let's start. First, you need to log into your AWS console, the management console. Then we are going to create a Linux instance, and then we need to find the instance into the AWS management console, and then we will use the the key to connect with our Linux instance through the SSH, and then we will publish a sample HTML file. I have already show you how to publish the HTML into your Linux instance into AWS cloud, and then we will test them, and then we will allocate an IP, the elastic IP address, associate them with your EC2 instance which we are going to create. Okay guys, so let's start now practical, and we are going to launch an EC2 instance. And to EC2 launch your EC2 instance, you need to come to AWS management console. You have to log in into your AWS management console here and go to service, go to compute, and you under the compute you will find EC2 and go to EC2 instance. Then you will get this EC2 dashboard here, and here you need to go to launch instance, then hit launch instance button. And from here, I'm just going to select the first AMI, that is a Linux AMI, and I'm just going to select them. And yeah, that's the free tier eligible. Other than these T2 micro, all other are not the free tier, so I'm just going to use them. And then just give me a moment, guys. And then I'm just going to hit on next configure instance storage here, and then instance detail, and then you need to go to the configuration instance details here, and here you do not need to change anything else, just leave everything is default. I'm not going to make any changes here, just going to hit next uh, storage here, then it's also leave it as default, then hit next tag and enter the tag here, just let's say my EC2 server, and I'm just going to, or say the just the EC2 server only, and then you need to hit the next security group. I'm just going to enter EC2 ECORIT by security group. So I'm just going to add this, creating a new security group here, that's fine, and I'm just going to add HTTP and HTTPS because we are going to configure our web server. And go to again, go to HTTPS, select them, and then you need to select all, anywhere. The source can be anywhere, and destination would be your EC2 instance, and source can be anywhere else. Though you have the options, or either the my IP address or the custom IP address, you can use them, but I'm just going to, for just this lab, I'm just going to select it anywhere. Click on this review and launch right side bottom corner button, and then you need to hit launch. And here you need to download the key pair. I'm just going to download a new key pair here, and that it be EC2 instance. I'm just going to add this, and I'm just going to download it into my local machine. So I'm just downloading this EC2 instance.pem file onto my local system folder, and I'm just hit select, then hit launch instance, and then your instance will be into the running states in just after a few seconds, and you can see the public IP address and other configurations also. So this is are the last class in instance. I'm just going to delete them right now, just instant state, just hit them, and I'm just going to terminate it. And then you can see our EC2 server which we have created just few seconds back, that's it's it's configured and in the running state, and you can see its configuration setting here. You can see the public IP address is the private IP address. That's our EC2 instance IP ID, and EC2 instance running state or the terminating state or whatever instance it is. If you just go to here, you can see it's the termination, it's the disabled, and anything you can a lot of information you can get it here. All these are just in disable, and is instant state, that is the you can see it in the terminated state. If we I'm just showing it you how it will look like if you have terminated one instance. So it's just terminated. Let's go back to our running instance, then go to here, and you can see it here. Sorry, here I'm just closing it, and you can see the running state. All right, so this is our public IP address. That's private IP address. We are going to use our public IP address here. And our first step, as usual, you need to open the putty generator, puttygen, and with them puttygen, what you need to do, you need to load your EC2 instance file, which we have just downloaded few seconds back, and then go to here, and what was the file name? That was the ec2 instance.pem, and I'm just going to convert it into my .ppk file, and ec2 instance uh, ppk, and just save them, and you can close it now. And what you are going to do now, you are going to open the putty. You need to enter the host IP address from here, and you need to just copy them, and you are going to enter host IP address here. Go to auth, go to browse, and you are going to select your EC2 instance ppk.ppk file. That's it. That's the whole process you need to do. Come into the putty, then click on yes, and here the default username would be ec2-user. Here now we are connected into our ec2 instance, and now what you have to do, you have to install the httpd, that's our web server on Linux. Let's go to yum install httpd, and just hit loaded plugins. Oh, sorry, you need to change the username sudo s hyphen s. I'm just going to change the root user, then I'm going to use enter this yum installed httpd command, and now it should be run fine. Okay, it's installed size is 5.1 MB. It's already, you can see it here. That's the version. It's Amazon Core 2. So it's done. And now let's go to uh, system cd. Let me just do one thing. And sorry, you need to I'm sorry guys, you need to type. It's asking this is okay, you just want to install them or not. So you need to, this is okay, you need to just enter y and hit enter, and then it's going to install it completely. And now it's saying yeah, completely installed this version httpd, and that's the version, and it's dependency also installed on this machine. And now you need to start your web server. So I'm just going to copy paste to save the time and to minimize the typo mistake, and just enter it here. And then now, and you need to enter ctl enable httpd. Hopefully I'm not mistaken this time. Created syslink this. All right, and what you have to do now, you can check the status as well, your web server. I'm going to just type it like that, and you can see the status is active and in the running state. Okay, so now you can see it's, since this is running, now we are going to publish our first web page here. So you need to do one thing first. After installing the Apache server, this is basically the Apache server, we are going to put HTML page and to be published. So use the command cd where www.html, and then hit enter. No such file or the directory is available right now. Okay, no worries. Let me just check one thing real quick. As I always, I do have some typo mistake. Let's see, this time I'm just typing it correctly. I think that time I don't have any space between cd and the where. Hopefully this time it's going to find my, let me minimize this screen a little bit because that's not going to be fine, and just expanding it here, and let's see this time it's can find the directory. All right, so now we are under the html directories, and now we are going to create a test dot html page and just enter this one, and I'm just adding one html code. If you know the how to write the html, first tag is the html and then you need to enter anything else. Let's say hi tech hunt, thanks for awesome aws free videos, and I'm just need to enter the closing tag of html. That's fine, and then you have to put press the control plus x button to save it, and then it will ask you save yes or no, then enter yes, and to press buy, and then you need to enter, hit enter, and then you can, just it's just going to be save your nano, it's going to save your test.html file. Okay, let me just restart my Apache server once. Systemctl restart HTTP. Hopefully, it's going to restart my server. It's restarted now. All right. So now let's go back to here and let's see test first if that's going to work or not into our management console. That's our public IP address. I'm just going to use them HTML. It should be. Okay. So it's not found. Let me just give me a second, guys. I think that's again the one mistake. That's not. That's why it's saying it's not found. Okay, uh, always the typo mistake. Sorry, guys. It's really crazy. So you can see it. Our Apache server is running fine. You can see the file which we have added, and if this line we have added into our HTML file, and you can see it here. So it means our HTTPD server is working fine as expected. Now let's go to our sorry. To the management console here, and we are going to add the elastic IP address to your EC2 instance. So basically to use an elastic IP address, you need to allocate one to your account and then associate it with your instance or a network interface card. And you can see the elastic IP address. Just go to your EC2 dashboard and just scroll down to little bit here. I'm just under the network and security, you can see it the elastic IP here. And then what you have to do here, then you need to click on the allocate IP address. As of now, you can see we don't have any elastic IP address in this region. Then I'm just going to allocate IP address. Then you need to hit it here, and then it's saying the Amazon pools of IP address. Okay, and that's fine. Then you can go to allocate, click on allocate button here, and then that's AWS going to allocate this IP address into your region, into the North Virginia region, and you can see this IP address here. Okay, so this is into your US East 1 region, and this is my public elastic IP address. So this is our 3.1.3.106.122, and scope VPC and other rest other uh, association ID, network interface ID, it's not associated right now. So what you have to do now, we are associating in this IP address with our running instance. So to do this, what you have to do, you have couple of options, but you need to go to under actions, and then you can click on associate elastic IP address. I'm just going to hit this elastic IP address. Then you need to choose the instance, and you can see your instance is which is running here. you can see it here. You have two options here. One is the instance and the network interface. You can select your network interface card here. That's one. I don't know what's this. You need to just go to the network interface card and see the network interface ID, and then you can, if you have the multiple in network interface, so just make sure you are associating with the correct interface. So I'm just going with the EC2 instance right now. Just hit them, and these are that one, the EC2 server which we have created just into these labs when we started. And just I'm just going to select this EC2 instance, and then you need to hit associate. Now you can see it's a location IP address. That's the associate instance ID. That's your instance ID. So now let's go to our EC2 dashboard, and we can see whether this elastic IP address is associated with them or not. Let's go to here. So now you can see our elastic IP address has been changed. It's 3.12.106.122. It takes just a couple of seconds to refresh it, and just hit this one, and now it's changed. This is the same IP address. If you don't believe me, then go to elastic IP address, and then you can see it. This is the same IP address. And now what I'm doing, I'm just going to change this IP address here, and just sorry, like here 3.2.1.2.106. And then if you just, as you can see now, our new IP address that's been associated into our new EC2 instance, and that IP address is working fine. So you did a great job, guys. You learn a lot so far in AWS class. We have learned how to create EC2 instance, how to, we have also learned the Lambda function. We have learned the S3 buckets in depth. So this is all in this videos, guys, and thank you and take care. Bye bye.